we're going to try this again because it screwed up the first one, but it is so bloody windy today. It's unbelievable. The goal is to try to, I've already started cleaning, and you can see it comes pretty clean, but I mean, it's just so bad. I mean, yeah. And this up here on the deck, and back deck, and the radar arch, and so I'm going to pretty much start from the top and wash my way down and do as much as I can here. I've only got an hour I can spare because I'm waiting on something else. And so I'm going to have to soak this. I soak this down with some cleaner. Not hull cleaner either. I've got a different cleaner I use that takes care of this stuff. Wesley's Bleach White does a really good job, by the way. But once you get this stuff clean or wet, it seems to blow right off, that whatever that green mold is. So the goal is to improve the looks of this old tub somewhat. I'm going to have to wash it probably 3-4 times, and I don't know how many times I'm going to have time for. So, I mean, before the cold weather hits, and then it'll be mechanical work in the shop. But getting this in my shop, because the boat on the trailer is roughly about 42 feet from the drives to the tip of the tongue, and that's the depth of my shop, so that's problematic. So, but I have so much work in my shop right now, there's no way I couldn't even squeeze a drive in there. I shouldn't even be doing this, but it's neglect, abuse. So we're going to try to at least get somewhere with this thing and resurrecting this thing and bringing it back to life. Okay, I have shots of my fingers all the time. Well, anyway, so yeah, an hour later, and some bleach material and all kinds of stuff in this god-awful wind today, and I have a radar arch that isn't quite as ugly. It's still stained really bad, but this is just the first rinse-a-rooney. I was pretty happy with what I saw here. And the motor's got a bubble bath, which I really need to leave these hatches open, and my shock went to hell on this one. But so they look kind of better. And there's a lot of water in the bilge right now because I've been just washing and washing and washing, and I'm concerned it's plugging up, so I gotta go check that. I hate to walk across this. It's so pretty, and this is so nasty. I mean, it was this before it became this. So, I mean, the deck, I already did a test area. This is not coming up very well at all. This stuff here, I don't know what's up with that, but it's just gooey. I did a test area on the deck just with water, and I'm going to get up here with the strongest bleach I can get my hands on and turn this whole deck white again. But that's a whole lot of scrubbing and pressure washing. I probably spent at least 2 hours on the back of the boat, and I only had an hour to spend, but I'm happy I got this far. Like I said, it's just it's got so much further to go. Oh yeah, I did the drives too and cleaned them up real nice. Like, guess if you're gonna make it messy, you're gonna make it messy. Let's climb out of this thing. There's a lot of that T-mold stuff. Yeah, there's crap all over my feet. Oh yeah, I made a nice mess on the way out. But I got drives done and get all the nasty stuff off the drive. So this is actually a new drive. I just put on maybe a year before I quit using it, because I blew a drive, and I still have that one because I stuck the forward gear straight through the housing, and it's dripping, but that's not, I gotta do things. There's so many leaves that came into this thing too. That's what messes up the scuppers and everything else. Now, as for this side, which you guys will probably love this, that was a lot of scrubbing. And I did purposefully blew off a lot of the loose paint. It needs to come off there anyway because it's going to get sanded anyway. And it looks like I'm going to be just about into this color. So now I'm... the other side isn't as bad, but this one's bad. So I'm really not sure where I'm going to go with this. I'm crazy enough to do whites into silver into some kind of metallic silver because we already got this stripe. So thinking, what's one more, right? Or to have it burn off into a silver metallic. I'm not sure where I'm going with this yet, but it'll be creative. You can count on that. But hey, this has come a long ways in a couple of hours. But it was so nasty. Oh my God. Yeah, you can even see Blue Thunder again. Used to be Blue Thunder. It's not super loud either. It's cackly, you know, because of the cams, but it's not super loud. To give you some perspective, this is what I started with. This is exactly what that side looked like, only maybe even worse. So, and even the fenders, if they'd even wash them, and I don't know why I bothered, I'm going to throw them in the dumpster. See, this side isn't nearly as bad, but I haven't washed it yet, and it may blow off. If it blows all the way off to this spot up in here, well, then I'll be doing the same fade. If I could get this exact paint color, that would be helpful, but I don't know what I can. I don't know what they did. Maybe put one coat down, fogged off one coat, and then doubled up a second coat up on the nose. That's kind of my guess. But you know what? I could do the same damn thing and just paint the whole thing again. But it's against my rules. I don't do... I do gel coat, not paint on boats. It's not my thing. I guess I don't get a choice. So, anyway, I'm done with this thing for today. And maybe for several days, because when the weather gets cold, I don't go outside pressure washing. And if it wasn't 80 degrees today, I wouldn't have got this far. But I'm very happy. It's a completely different boat. And this is the side you see from the road, so it'll look like cool. Now, if the deck was clean, I'd be super happy, but I got to figure that one out yet. I'm not sure. I would like to get up there. I really want to, but I got to see what time it's getting to be. But if I do get the deck done, I will sure add it into this video because I'm really pushing to get this thing cleaned up. The interior cockpit area, that is just going to be such a huge undertaking. It doesn't drain well, and yeah, it's going to suck. So I've had enough of this wind too. So I'll be back. Okay, so I really want to point out I'm going from this to this. And I couldn't figure out why this stuff is coming off so freaking hard. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute. This is anti-skid. So it's porous. So you got to get straight down on top of it to get it to relieve itself. But, well, we went from Ock to, okay, I can live with that. And this is just the first go around too. I'm going to bleach it a couple more times because there's spots where I missed, and that's just going to be that. But I'm pretty tickled with this. I mean, to get the back done and the arch done, and I'm going to throw up now. But yeah, if I can get this done before the sun goes down, I'll be happy camper. A lot of this stuff. Wesley's Bleach White. So, or Black Magic or whatever. I guess it's Wesley's. I don't know. This is Black Magic. Nah, I don't care. Same stuff. It's blue. It works the same, just probably cheaper. But I can't say enough good about Wesley's Bleach White, man. I love that stuff. For interior work, there's just nothing that gets stuff whiter than that. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up and do a quick video when it's all done and over with. And then this is going to... I didn't do this side because the wind. and it's starting to die down, but I have a job I have to work on when it isn't windy too. So anyway, I'll get a shot of this, but when it's rinsed off here. Okay, well, it's not perfect, but it's a far stretch from what it was 3 hours ago. The whole damn boat's taken a leap forward, which needed to happen. I will be tarping this, just so you know. This isn't going to happen again. I'm not that freaking stupid to do all this work and not preserve it. It's actually going to be parked right over there by those between those two race trailers. So it's protected like the frickin' line in the Serengeti. And so I want it protected for the winter, and I'll build a teepee so that the garbage doesn't land on it. And I'm going to cover the whole deck, and I'll build a hole. I call them a teepee, like all them boats out back. I built wood teepees under them, so whatever snow lands on the cover, it flies right off. This is a disaster. I don't even want to talk about it. And so is that, and so is the dash, and so on. But that is huge. And the side of the boat done is huge. And the transom is huge. And the back and the arch. Yeah, I'm done for today. Oh, I didn't do this side. Really? Okay, well, so maybe I will try to freshen it up a little. Yeah, so there's a perspective shot. This whole boat was like this. Well, you saw it in the first part of the video. And now it's that. So, anyway. Maybe I'll do another shot when I'm done with this thing. But I just need to be done because I've got things to do. Chores to do. So, I didn't show this side after I got it cleaned, and I cleaned as much of the hull as I could clean down below too, to get the funk off of that too. And I did strip almost all of the dead paint off this side, which is exactly what the plan was. There's still a little bit of clear and stuff back there, but I went as far, well, I could have probably tore more off up in here too, but I want to try to sand this and see where I'm going to end up with it. I may just have my paint guy make me this color and just reshoot the whole thing from the front to the back. Or I could change the paint scheme some, but I really don't want to change it because that's the way this thing was built and the way it was made at the factory. It was custom built, and so I really want to keep it as stock as possible. The last time, God, this camera sucks balls. The last time you saw that, it had things growing on it. So that all got cleaned up. So this is just a final walk around on the first go around with the Chris. And it's got to get buffed, and there's a lot of things that are going to happen, and unsightly leaves. This swim platform, in all honesty, should be repainted too. So I may take on, I'm going to fight my battles wisely here. So it's going to be take on one thing at a time. Mechanically, I really want to go through and see what's going on with everything there. This side is a splotchy mess because some of this clear stripped off real easy, some did not, but I want to take and do the same thing to this side that I did to the other and kind of draw a line in the sand right here. If I got to blend, back into this, then that's the way I'm going to do it. But the boat has come a long ways. It's got a long ways to go, but we're resurrecting the Chris. So maybe it's like the black pearl. All I need to do is throw it in water and it'll come back to life and grow back as big and mean as it used to be. Let's see, what else was I gonna... I'm really shocked the arch came out as good as it did. But that needs to come off, and that'll have to be repainted because it's got paint flaking off here. So that's aluminum, so that's not not so bad. But I put a lot of, I painted that thing once before, and I put a lot of paint on that thing. So I put like 5 coats, I think, on it, just because it was aluminum, and it didn't cover well, but it looked beautiful when I got done with it. The Chris Cap emblems, I want to take them off, and I think I'm going to media blast those and refinish those as well. I don't know why these were painted. I really don't know why, but I guess I'll probably refinish those too. I'll media blast them so the paint sticks this time. I believe that was, I don't know if somebody did that and they're supposed to be polished, because most of them are. So maybe I'll just dip them in stripper and go that direction. But anyway, there's a walk around on the 312 Chris Craft, and it's come a long ways, and I'm just gonna drop this video since I did a Halloween video and I got some thumbs up on her, and so she was a pride and joy, my pride and joy, and I refused to part with it. I had about half a dozen times people wanted to buy it, but they wanted to lowball me on it, and there was no way I was going to sell it for less than what I have invested in it. And the amount of money I have invested in it doesn't equal what it's worth on today's market, especially with a yard trailer under it that's in very poor condition. I know that bearing's bad, but we'll probably dry dock it, sandblast the trailer, paint the trailer white, redo the trailer, put all new fenders on it. I'll make brackets so that it doesn't do this saggy stuff, because them fenders always end up to be a step, and that's why they get all bent up like that. And people can't not stop stepping on your fenders to go look in your damn boat. It's insane. So anyway, yeah, so I'm happy. It's not great, but it's not bad either. So I'll see if I can get an actual, I got to keep backing up and backing up and backing up and backing up. Puppy kitty, it thinks it's a dog, but that's a really pretty picture. I should take a picture. So, well, more episodes to come. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't, especially that, hit that like button thing. Then it algorithm does things, and more people see this and see what I do for a living. And there's a Mopar behind there too that's got a whole big story to tell, that started out west and came to the Midwest. So anyway, hope you all like it, and there'll be a lot more on this boat coming soon.